Well, hello everybody. This is Street Outlaws No Prep Talk. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the Crowmod, Big Chief's forgotten car. Will it ever come back to racing? Photo credit goes to their respective owners, and please subscribe and comment, and stay tuned for a lot more videos coming. So, the Crowmod, unveiled at the 2015 PRI almost 5 years ago. This car was extremely popular back then in 2015 and 2016. It marked basically the inclusion of pro mods to the 405 list and to no prep racing. Well, this car actually didn't last a lot. By mid 2016, August, September 2016, this car was completely out of racing, and we haven't really seen it since. Because the year after, Big Chief came out with the second Crow. So, what happened to this car and why did it get retired? Well, first of all, back in 2016, Limpy, which is the originator of Cash Days, actually held a Cash Days, a real street race, not a Street Outlaws street race, and he didn't allow this car to come race. And the whole point of this car was to race on the street because a lot of the pro mods were actually showing up at street races. Well, the whole essence of street racing and also no prep racing, which is a big discussion even to this day, is a form of racing for real cars that once in their lifetime actually were made to drive on the street. And they've modified it to what they are today as back half cars or full tube chassis cars. But they started out life as a car you could get in and go to the store. So this car was very short-lived. Now, the big thing is he tried to participate on the NHRA Pro Mod Series, which is Big Chief's dream, or was. He decided to keep this Pontiac. Now, running an NHRA Pro Mod is probably the most expensive form of door car racing. It's extremely expensive. And everybody there runs a Hemi due to the boost restrictions. Boost is a measure of restriction, and the Hemi cylinder heads are the ones that flow the most. So back then they were limited to 37 pounds of boost. Big Chief put a lot of money into his car, but he was still running the Butler Performance Pontiac. He needed to run 37 pounds of boost, and compared to the Hemis, this motor just didn't make any power, and it had to weigh the same. So he still went 630s at 226 miles an hour, but it just wasn't competitive enough to run an HRA Pro Mod. Nowadays, those guys are running 570s, 560s. This Crowmod was the fastest Pontiac powered door car to the 8th mile. It went at 399 at 190 miles an hour on radials. So, will we ever see this car back? I do believe we will. Someday, Big Chief will run NHRA Pro Mod, and this is the car to do it with. Obviously, he needs a different power plant, but I do believe someday he will achieve that dream, and he will run NHRA Pro Mod. But as of right now, it's just sitting.